Right, I'm back. Managed to gather all the bits up from where I'd left them, which was just about every bloody where. Been shifting stuff about doing this press and moving bits so I didn't lose them, and ended up losing them. So, hey-oh. Right. So this is the collar that I couldn't make bloody sense of, and that just drops on there. Right. Interesting thing. This here is access for ejecting the Morse taper tooling, right? Which isn't available on the mill because you can't actually get it. This is all inside the head. And I can only think that this is a universal spindle that they used on the Elliott pilot drills. There's only one pilot here. On the Elliott pillar drills. And thus you would be able to get at that to knock out your tooling. But of course you can't on this. So you have to knock it down through here. But it's just a good use of one spindle for multiple machines. It makes sense. So anyway, so that's the collar on, and you can now see that in the prior video I only had about 2 threads, maybe 3 threads. Now I'm getting a full thread on that, so it'll be a proper bite. And if you're thinking daft bugger's not greased up this bearing, I've greased it on the other side, on the inside, and I'm not going to grease this up until all this collar and everything's sorted out, because if it's got to come off again for any reason, I'm going to be faffing about with greasy shit round here, so it'll be done after. Right, so let's get this bugger on. I marked this with a bit of ink just so I know which way it went on, because both surfaces look the same. It's always best if it goes back on the way it come off. Just see if it starts up properly. Because that little insert thread isn't set back all the way yet. So I'll just get that in position, then we'll run it off again and Loctite it. Yeah, so that's all right now. Actually, it's a lot better than it was before because it was just running loose on there. So it's funny actually, when you look at the collar head on from a slight angle, it looks like it's on piss for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. But it's not. It's not cross-threaded or anything. It's threading properly. It just looks that way. Right. Put a bit of acetone on that just to clean it. And then we'll put a little bit of Loctite on it. I'm not going to put much on. Don't need much. This is high strength. It's for gear locking, but they're all pretty much of a muchness. And contrary to popular belief, they do come adrift if you hot them up. So it's not like, you know, you're risking setting them solid forever. Right, which way round are we doing here? That's right. The only thing I do know about Loctite is you need to get the bugger on, because they can set up quite quick. And if they decide to do that on you, you've got to start all over again. Right. That seems all right. I'll just get one more nip on it. That'll do for that. Get this spare Loctite off. I will actually Loctite the grub screw as well, I think. Just as belt and braces, really. I'll have to take gloves off for this. Shit's too small. Just make sure that goes in all right. No, there's not enough give on that one. Let's see if I can find a smaller one. Alright, nice small one. Right, the bugger out now, innit? Got him. So I know that one fits. I'm going to get this bugger. See whether this gets a decent bite on it. No. I'll go one. Let's go that. Take this bangle back on. I often wonder how some people manage with the fiddly jobs, because my old man, when he was alive, had hands like big old plates, and they used to call him sausage fingers. The grandkids used to call him Grandad Sausage Fingers, because they were great big fat buggers, you know. And how he managed any sort of fiddly job, I don't know, but he did, obviously. But Personally, I struggle. My hands are fairly normal, I think. Right, so that's that side done. So everything's free moving and locked down. So I'm grease this up now. And if you're not posh and got a proper pressurised grease loader, then this business of using a bit of stick or something is bollocks. It's time wasting, I think. You've got a finger, you can get a bit on your finger and get some pressure behind it and push it into the bearing, and it's already been greased on the other side, so there's no big deal. But you know, it's, oh, I can't get my hands dirty, I'll have to use a bit of stick, or I've got to put a rubber glove on because it's grease. So bollocks that is. It's finger makes a lovely job. Look, you could ice a cake with that finger. You could do a lot with that finger, but you won't want to. So that's that bit done. I'm going to stop now and get the quill over and get the quill in position for pressing the spindle in, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to do that. Ta-ra for now.